Hey there, welcome to my channel, Big Mo Collectibles. Got another statue to show you today. I got this for Father's Day last week. It's a piece that I've been meaning to get for the last year. I think this came out about a year ago. So I thought now's the time to get it because stock was dwindling down over here, so I wanted to get it before we sold out. So this is the Iron Studios quarter scale Iron Spider-Man. I believe the edition size on this is 730, so it's not a big edition size. And Iron Studios made two pieces from the movie Infinity War. They did this one and they also did a quarter scale Thanos, which looks really nice as well. I don't have it yet. I'm hoping to get that in the near future. They also released another 4 pieces from the movie Endgame. So they did another Thanos. They did also an Iron Man, a Thor and Captain America, which fits into a nice diorama. They fit in together. So I've got those on order too, so they'll be coming soon. As soon as I have them, I'll place them and give them a good review. So really happy with this piece. When I first saw it, I loved the look of it. I loved the claws coming out of his back. This represents the scene on the planet towards the end of the movie when they're fighting Thanos. Just before they disappear with a snap of Thanos' finger. So what we'll do is we'll start at the bottom and we'll make our way up. I'll try to give you some good close-up shots of this piece. So we'll start down the bottom. So the base, you've got the Avengers symbol in some nice gold paint there with the black, which looks really nice. Reminds me a little bit museum, I guess. So I like how they've done that. So, like I said, the base is based on the planet surface. So you've got the planet surface there, and then you've got the planet sort of crumbling around, Thanos using his power. So you've got a nice big piece of metal here, which goes from the bottom all the way to the top of this piece. And it's this big metal piece that Spider-Man is launching off. So he's just about to jump off this piece. But the finish on the metal is really nice. I'll just get in here so you can look at some of the tones. You can really see some of the nice sort of copper tones, some of the browns, some of the greys. You can see some claw marks there in the middle. So some pretty good detail. They did a pretty good job with this piece. You can see there some of the different tones. And you can see, the metal's obviously being cut off. So the way the ends are finished, looks like it's a piece of, cut off metal. Yeah, so really nice. Let's look at his boots. So his boots have got a little bit of mud, a little bit of dirt on them. Now this suit is the Iron Spider suit. So it's like a metallic colour, very shiny, very glossy. I do like the finish on it. And there's some nice details in the suit. What I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll show you the shoulder pads. You can see in the shoulder pads there. Very nice. And you've got the claws that come out of his back. So the claws you've got to put on, but they're pretty easy to put on. They've all got different keyholes, so you know which claw goes where. And it is the claws that make this piece. Before I put the claws on, the piece really didn't look too alive to me. It looked a bit off balance. But when you put the claws in his back, it just made the piece. And it's what makes the piece so dynamic. Because those claws stick out quite a fair way. I'll try to get an angle from this side. And you can see how far that claw sticking out of the front and the one at the back. So it really adds, your different dimension to this piece. Now, it came with 2 portraits. So that's the first portrait I've got in. It's got the light up eyes. Now, to get the light on, you've got to pull the head off. And there's a panel here at the back. This flicks up and there's a switch inside. And that's how you put his lights on and off. But you can see his eyes there. You can see there's a pattern in his eyes. So, yep, that goes really well. And the other portrait they gave us was a Tom Holland portrait. I was really excited to have a close look at this. You're not going to get a lot of quarter scale Tom Holland portraits. So I'm glad Iron Studios made it, and here it is here. See how close I can get in for you so you can have a good look. See his definition in his cheekbone and his jaw. See his eye, look at his eyelashes. Some of his eyelashes are flicked up like they would. His ear looks really good, doesn't it? I mean, you could almost compare this to a Hot Toys Tom Holland, really. The detail is pretty good for quarter scale. You know what quarter scale likeness can be like? Sometimes it just, it doesn't look like the character, but gotta say, they did a great job with this, didn't they? The hair looks really good too. All right, let's put him in. So that's your Tom Holland pose there with the piece. The only thing, when you stand back, he's actually looking down. He's probably looking down more than, straight out or up. So I think when you display this piece, it probably needs to be up high on one of your higher shelves. I wouldn't put it low because it looks like he's looking down. But yeah, I'm not sure which portrait to use, to be honest. The Tom Holland one or the Spider-Man one. My family like the Tom Holland one, but that's because my daughters have a crush on Tom Holland, so they want me to keep that portrait. But I think your more traditional collectors would prefer the masked version. So yeah, a couple of things I wished Iron Studios did was, first one is add more light up features. The only light up feature was his mask, but I know that in the movie his suit does light up in other places. It would have been good to have those light up features. I know Iron Studios can do light up features because they did. I know the last Iron Man, the Civil War quarter scale Iron Man, I think's got 16 or 22 light up features on his suit, so they can definitely do it. I don't know why they didn't do it with this piece. The other thing too, that hand underneath, that's loose and it goes in using via magnets. I don't know whether they put the magnets in mine because I could not get the hand to stay in. I had to use just a little bit of putty just to keep his hand in. I didn't want to risk having his hand fall out, so that was a bit disappointing. And the only other thing I wish they did was I wish they had a stand that I could put the other portrait in. Like I've got this other portrait here and I can't, there's just nowhere to put it. It doesn't stand up. Just lay it down flat. But it would have been nice to have a stand so you could put the second portrait in. I think Prime One Studios do that. And with a lot of their pieces they do 3 or 4 portraits, and I believe they come with stands. So that would have been nice to have a stand for the other portrait. So they're probably, my 3 things I wish that this piece had. But in no way does it take away from owning this piece. Absolutely love it. I'm so glad I was able to get it. I did desperately want it when it came out, so I'm glad he's in my collection now. Absolutely love it. So yeah, that's your Iron Studios Iron Spider. I hope you liked that close-up view. If you did, please hit subscribe. I try to post reviews every week. I've got a lot more coming in. So stay tuned and thanks for watching.